So looking at this drawing, I can see that I can start from almost anywhere, but I'm looking for a place where and make sure that all of my lines have dimension. And after carefully looking over this drawing, I can see that I do not have the length of this line and this line. So that really restricts where I want to really start my part from. So that leaves me only 2 spots. So I'm going to start it here as a good place. You can also start here. I tend to like to work in a counterclockwise rotation, so I'll create all the way around until I get to this point. When I get back to this point, I'll show you how to do something that we don't cover in this one, or we haven't covered yet, but we'll get to do it in future videos. So let's start AutoCAD. Okay, so starting at that lower left corner, I'm going to start with the line command. I'll click my first point, and if you go back and refer to the drawing, you'll see that all the dimensions are in some form or variance of a 45-degree line. So what I'm meaning by that, this line is going at 0, and this is going up 45 degrees, and then this one goes up 45 degrees from this line. So that gives me a hint of something that I can use and make this a lot easier. So I'm going to set my polar tracking up, and I'm going to use any variance of this 45 degrees to help make this go a lot easier. So back in AutoCAD, I'll go down to the polar tracking, select the fly up, and choose the one that has the 45, 90, 135, and 180. Now I'll wait till I get the green tracking lines and pull my cursor over this direction. Make sure green tracking lines are staying there. Type in 2.25 and then hit the enter button just to make sure that you are accepting it. I'm just going to pan over a little bit and move in a little closer to my object. I have the 45 degrees, and you can see I'm getting my tracking line. Type in 1.768 followed by the enter button. I'm going to track up this direction, 0.25. Come back this direction, 1.188. I'll go straight down a distance of 0.25. I'm going to rotate back this direction, and once again make sure you're getting your green tracking lines as you're creating this. 0.625. Go down this direction, 0.5. Go back up this direction, 1.625. Down this direction of 0.75. And then come down here, 0.75. Okay, so as you can see, I have no reference or no way of figuring out exactly how long this line is. But what we can do is I just want you to come and touch. Do not click on this endpoint. And once you touch it, move your cursor straight up, and now you're going to get 2 green lines that's going to intersect. Do a left click there, and then I can go to close. Okay, so you can see that this one was fairly easy to create if you set up your polar tracking in the beginning. And once again, I'm going to use the 45, 90, 135, and 180. And that'll save me from having to figure out all of these angles, although we can, by using the polar method. The object snap tracking is what we use to create this. As we will see in later videos, it's a very useful tool to help get you to line up things and figure out distances, even if you don't know the value.